Hey there, we're off onto the second list. So this is Milk Toast. If I say anyone's name wrong, you'll have to excuse me because there's a lot of Polish and Eastern European names that I am for sure not very good at pronouncing, but I will always give it a shot. This is Auriorium's list called Milk Toast. He is playing Dweghome in the Clan's Creed, so this is going to use a Hold Ray Warlord. I'm actually quite interested to see what his interpretation and take on Dweghome is, just off the bat by looking at it. I already like the first warband. He's got a Hold Ray with Champion Horns and the Begotten Ray. He's the Warlord, so he's going to get forward force on the Hold Ray, who's going to be sitting on this Ironclad Drake. He's going to be giving out Awaken to 2 units, and he's probably going to Awaken the Drake that he's going to auto come in on turn 3. He's got a unit of Dragon Slayers as well, and because he is forward force on the Drake, he's going to have the Dragon Slayers and the Drake show up on turn 3. What's going to be just really nice for him to have everything smoothly go onto the table. So what else has he got in here? He's got Hold Warriors. Hold Warriors are 150. What the fuck? That is crazy points. Is that correct? That's 3. Oh, because he's a Memomancer Apprentice. That's why. I was very confused there for a moment. I'm like, that cannot be true. We will just double check with the Memomancer Apprentice. He will give them unyielding, so they cannot score zones unless they are broken. This is going to lock out your opponent. With Vanguard 3, that's going to be a little nice jog up the table, so that's going to get them 14 inches of table. So turn 3, they can start locking out zones as quickly as possible. And then a whole unit of Hold Ballistae. Hold Ballistae at 130 are actually a pretty good steal still. Yes, their range went down, but it's still really solid stat line. Really good offensive shooting. It's just good overall. Next, we got the Hold Ray with Dragonberg, where that gives him Cleave +1 and Fiend Hunter. What's going to be just nice for him to kill stuff. And also getting to Cleave 3 on the character with 5 attacks and Clash 4 is just a really solid stat line. Fiend Hunter is just going to be really nice. Just it's a bonus at this point, because he's going to be sitting into 5 stands of Hold Thanes. With the Vanguard 3, Cleave 1, and their stat line of Defense 5, D3, the Shield to 4, Resolve 4. Yes, they are 4 attacks, but they are Clash 3. They do have Clean 1 and Line Breaker. I believe the Magma Forge gives them Line Breaker. It sure does. So into any Bastion or Shielded units, these guys are going to do a fantastic job getting rid of those. And then the additional little bit of Cleave is going to start actually really affecting stuff. Good into 100k horses. Good into any Old Dominion shields. Good into quite a lot of things, like Hoplites. It's going to be good into that as well. So yeah. This little brick here is kind of nice. This will not get forward force, but it is a medium and probably the auto pick. It does say heavy, so the PDF overrides the army builder. I think this is just a layover that hasn't been updated in the army builder. Alright, we're back. Hold things are mediums. So once again, the army is builder wrong. Hopefully, the player of Milk Toast here recognizes that and realizes that it is a medium and does not get screwed over during their games. I hope they don't, but you always got to double check the PDF, especially after an update where some things need to go through and just clean up all these various different rules and changes that have been done. Then we got a unit of Wardens, Line Breaker on the Awaken. Wardens are just really solid right now, to be honest. They got good attacks, like 5 attacks at Clash 3, Cleave 1, and Flurry. That right off the bat is really good. They did go from Resolve 4 to Resolve 3, but they are fearless. And they're Speed 6 overall, and at 190 with the banner, they're kind of on par of, do you want Magma Forge, do you want Wardens? That was always the big choice. However, Magma Forge have moved over to being Tempered Creed. Yeah, so they're going to be like you with all the forges and stuff. You know, they're going to be more with the spellcasters, be more used as their bricks, while Wardens are an ardent kind of fighting unit. I think this is the last warband. Looks like it. We got an Exemplar. He's got the Crown of Ushlanor. Now we got to double check what this crown does, because I know there's one of them that gives off Speed +1. I know there's one of them that gives you Always Awaken. So we're just going to do a quick double check on the crown here. That is going to give them +1 March and Impact +2. So he's going to go with this unit of Initiates. They got Pike Formation, Shield, and Phalanx. So they dropped their base defense from 3 to 2, but picked up Phalanx and Pike Formation. I think this is a good trade. He's got 5 stands of support too. Their clash is you know, 2 and 4 attacks. Like, they're really bricking it up here. The Exemplar is the one who's going to be doing a lot of the damage in the unit, and he does that really well. Flurry with Cleave 1, it's going to be a good time. The Crown is also going to help them get into position and, you know, give them a little bit more impact, so there's some damage if they charge something. But the +1 speed going up to 6 is just going to kind of keep them up on the table. Flame Berserkers here, they're still a good light. They don't have Resolve. They can't have a character join them, sadly, anymore. They did go down a defense from 2, but now they don't suffer any Resolve. They still have their amazing offensive output at Clash 3 and 6 attacks. They did gain an Invasion. They're still Aurora Death 4. And when they're awakened, they're going to have Lethal Demise. So there's going to be the Hold Ray projecting Awaken away from him and hitting his Ironclad Drake to then do a bubble around him. So he's going to be hitting 2 things like that. The Exemplar... I need to check you out. You're not going to get your Supremacy. Check the army rules for... Not the gift. We're going to go with the creeds. Where is the Clan Creed? The Clan Creed, when you're awakened, you're getting Oblivious and Iron Discipline. That's going to work really well in a lot of these guys. It's going to look really well in these bricks. So the Hold Ray and the Hold Thane brick. The Initiate brick, they want to be awakened. Oblivious and Iron Discipline is just going to keep them safe from the side. And also reduce their damage from Resolve. They already have a high Resolve at 4. But anything sneaking through is just going to get reduced as well. So they're going to take a lot less wounds. These are going to be 2 tough bricks to crack. He's got the Dragon Slayers and the Ironclad Drake as hammers. He's got Hold Warriors, Ballistae, and Flame Berserkers to kind of stall and set up trades really well, and Wardens to flex if he needs them to be a peace trader or if he needs them to do damage. Overall, I like the list. I think there can be some smoothing out on the Awaken train, just on how stuff work. Pre and Natural Focus. Maybe this will solve my problems because I need to read what that does before I finish my sentence. Target friendly regiment within 10 becomes awakened until end of round as a draw event. Okay, that's cool. And he has 2 of these guys. And the Supremacy, first turn Born in War, at the end of each round Supremacy, select 2 friendly regiments anywhere on the battlefield to become awakened. Oh, okay, so this is we call meaningless. Never mind. He has plenty of Awaken. 2 Hold Warriors giving out, Hold Warriors, 2 Hold Rays giving out Awaken, and then the Supremacy giving out Awaken, and the Ironclad Drake doing his bubble of Awaken. This gentleman's fine. This is more of just busy work than an actual mechanic. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Hold Ray, draw event into Hold Thanes, Hold Ray, draw event into Ironclad Bubble, Exemplar and Initiates get chosen for the Supremacy, something else gets chosen for the anything that needs to like do work right away gets chosen during the Supremacy, and then you just have the 2 Hold Thanes, or Hold Rays. One of the Hold Rays has to hit up the Ironclad Drake, just to give out that bubble, because it's going to affect so much. Everyone has some weird Awaken mechanic, except for the Hold Warriors and the Hold Ballistae. You don't really care about those, but everyone else does. Does the Dragon Slayers do? Oh, probably. You can talk about Dragon Slayers. The only issue with Dragon Slayers is that the Ironclad exists for the same point cost and is probably more effective and faster. Yeah, speed 7 compared to speed 5. They get +2 charging monsters, blades. When this regiment causes an enemy regiment to be destroyed, friendly regiments with an 8 become awakened. That's really nice. Does not suffer Aura of Death and lethal. They're fearless finally. Yeah, they're solid. Clash 4, 5 attacks on Cleave 3. That's gonna do a lot of work. And they're D4, R4. The only thing here that I would say I'm surprised Mr. Milquetoast did not take was World Breakers on his Hold Thane block. I think that was a missed opportunity, simply because having your defense and resolve only be dropped down to 3 is fine. There's only like 4 things in the game that have smite, and the chances of getting hit by like a siege breaker are probably pretty low. And also you should be able to position your way to kind of outflank it and kill it. So yeah, overall, really like the list. Really just shows the clan side of Dweghome and how I don't know, like Awaken as a mechanic. It's just busy work. You there was no work for this fine gentleman to just awaken 90% of his army. So yeah, I like it. I would play this. Let's get on to the next list.